Welcome to another video where we're going to be looking at Microsoft Excel spreadsheets, and we're going to be looking at the printing options of when you want to print your Microsoft spreadsheet, particularly if you've got a lot of data and you're trying to fit all of it onto different pages. So let's look at the options that are available to you when you are printing your spreadsheets. And so the best way to demonstrate this is to have what I call a long document, a document that's got tons of values that go both all the way down, but all the way across as well. So here we've got a massive spreadsheet and we want to print this information. So how do we want to display this? Now, if we come here to page layout, here we get all of our print options. Obviously, we can determine the margins of our paper, of what we are displaying. We can display the orientation of the page. We can set that over here. You can set the size of the page that you are printing to. But what's particularly important is this print area. You can actually define what area you want to print. Maybe you don't want to print everything. Maybe you just want to print that particular bit of information. So you can then set the print area to just that. Now, a great way to see what the print area looks like is to actually come over here to the page break view. If I click on the page break view, you can see that it comes to this view and you can see these blue lines and it tells you what is page 1. So that blue line over there and over there, that's page 1, and if I scroll down, that'll be page 2, and that'll be page 3, and so on, and there's page 4 and so on. So we can see this is quite a few pages on this document. And what I don't like about this is if you look at, like, hey, look, this little bit over here is its own little page. So page 13 is going to go up until there, but that month total is going to be all by itself on the random bit. So let's start off with saying we only want this area to be our area that we want to print. So if I come over here to print area and say set the print area, you'll notice that all of this now is grayed out, and I can look here and only this will be printed. And I can double check that. If I come here to file and print, you can see that only that part is now in the part that's going to be printed. Now, if I go back and I don't like that, or if I want to change it, there's lots of ways I can do. I can actually drag those blue lines to where I want them to go. And you see it'll automatically go and create a second page if it needs to. I can drag it down. So you can also set your print area by coming to this page break preview and see where the page breaks. If I want this page to actually end over there, I can do that as well. And then you can manually create these page breaks. So there's page 1, 2, and 3. So you can manually do those as well. And the same thing with the bottom. If I scroll down and we get that line that's set there, you can actually move it like that. You can actually come over here and insert a break. So we can insert a page break over there, and it'll add a new line that we can then manipulate if you want. Or you can then click and remove a page break or reset all the page breaks if you want. So you can do that if you want to. Now I can come here and clear the print area, which means it'll go back to include all of the data. It still keeps those little gaps that we had over there. And if I want to reset that, we can reset all the page breaks to go back to the original value. If you want to set the margins, you can do that over here. You can set the orientation, you can set the size. You could have also done that if you come here to the print settings. You can come over here and change, for example, the orientation if you want to make it landscape. You'll see now it's adjusting to a landscape type of view. You can change the paper to whatever paper you want. You can set the margins both over here, but you can also click over here. There's a little button over there which allows you to view the margins. And you can see there's where the header and the footer is. You can make that a bit smaller if you want. You can make that a little bit smaller over there as well. And you can adjust, for example, these margins to make them a little bit bigger to include a little bit more text. By doing that, you can fit a little bit more into your spreadsheet. Let's say we bring this down a little bit and then bring that part down. Now I've got another row in my page. So you can customize your margins like that. Another option is scaling, which if I click on the scaling options, you can say you want to fit everything onto one page, which for this document would be very difficult because there's so much data, especially in a landscape view. So maybe that's not what I want. Or you want to fit all the columns on one page. And so it will fit all the columns in one page, but then at least you got the second page over there. Or maybe you want to fit all the rows on one page, which means we're going to go across. If there was more data, we'd go onto another page. Or you could customize it. Maybe you want to customize the scaling. So you get something that looks like this, and you can adjust it to a particular size. You could say, I want to fit to one page. Or you could say, I want to fit it from one page wide, but I want it to be covered 3 pages in total. So if I do that, it will automatically work work out one page across and then another page down. Now it hasn't got enough data to do a third page, but it would allow it if we did. But if I wanted to go across, for example, maybe I want to go 3 pages across, or maybe I want to go 2 pages tall. If I did that, it would try to fit that data into multiple pages where it can go one page down and then it goes across another page and so on. So it tries to fit in according to what your data is. Maybe you want to fit it according to a specific 1 page wide and how many pages tall. So that allows you some flexibility there as well. And over here, you can also change, for example, the page size. You can change it to landscape import. You can do that over here on the page setup. Let's go back to 1 page wide by 2 page tall. Let's get our data like that. So we like our data like that. But I want you to notice that if I go to that second page, you notice I've got this data here, but I actually don't know what all of these columns mean because all the headings are actually over here. There's the headings. They're all there. So this can be a bit difficult for the second page. So there's a lovely feature where we can say, you see that heading there? I want you to repeat that at the top of every page. So if I come here to page setup and I go across here to sheet, there's a place over here where you can repeat rows at the top or repeat columns at the left. Now you'll notice here I can't actually do anything. I'm not allowed. I don't have access to this. I don't even have access to the print area that I can change. For me to be able to make those changes, I must go back to the spreadsheet and we're going to come here to the page setup. You can either go click on that pop up to get the options for the page setup and we can go across to sheet. And now we can access them. The other option is to click on print tiles and it'll take you straight to that area. If I want to have a particular row repeated at the top, I can over here specify what that row is. Now in our case, we want that row 6 to be it. So I'm going to click on that little button there so that I can minimize it and go, actually, I want row 6, please, to be repeated at the top, please. And if I do that, repeat row 6 at the top of every page. If I click OK, let's go view what this is going to look like. So this is our first page. Nothing's changed. But if I go to my second page, do you notice how that row of headings is repeated at the top of that page? That makes it a lot easier to see and understand this data. Now you can do multiple rows. So for example, maybe I want the headings to also be there at the top of every page. So then if I come here to my print tiles and I go, you know what? I actually want to repeat row 1 to 6, please. If I do that, and click OK. Let's go look at what it looks like when we print it. There we can see the front page hasn't changed, but if I go to the second page, you see it kept that data at the top. It kept the row at the top there as well. So there we go. So that's how you can repeat something at the top of every row. And this also applies if we go across multiple pages. So if I undo what I just did, I'm going to take away that row to repeat and click OK. And let's set the data so that we print to 2 pages wide. So if I look at my data like this, if I go view my data, there I can see all of my fields. That's great. But if I go to the second page, this is the page below it. I don't know what that means at the top. But if I go to the next page, yeah, I don't know who is referring to what. I don't know if I go back here, I don't know if it's referring to this person or that person. So this is very difficult to read. So what you can do in this case, if I go to page setup, remember we can't do it here. We have to go into the spreadsheet, to page layout, to the print tiles here. We can repeat columns to the left. And let's say I want to repeat these columns over here, the salesperson and the salesperson's ID. So I'm going to select that as A and B as my columns to repeat to the left every time. If I click OK and now go view the page, you can see there is my values. It's very easy to see person 11 and all their details. And if I go down, nothing's changed there. I should probably put some headings at the top there. I'll go change that now. But if I go across, I can see here for the week 4 total, I can see I've still got the details of person 11. And then the next page there, I can see person 60 is those details. So that makes it a lot easier to read. So to make this really great, I'm also going to include a row at the top. I'm going to include this row at the top so that I can see the data. So you can do both. And then what happens there is I can see the headings at the top. I can see the people on the left. But if I go to the next page, I still have those headings at the top. And if I go across, I still have the people's details on the left. So there we go. It's a lot easier to read this data there. You can also, as we said about the print area, you can also set the print area over here where you can come and select and go, I want to select that particular place as the print area. I'm not going to do that now, but you can set that. I'm going to not do that for now, but you can do that when you're setting the print area. Other options that you can be aware of, as we said, we've done all of these options with regard to the page number, but in the margin section, you can set the margins to particular values over here, and you can also set how much of a header and a footer you want. You can also center the data, whether you want to center it horizontally so that the data goes and always is in the middle of the page that you are printing, and vertically if you want it to always be in the center from top, middle, bottom type of perspective. If you did something like that, and I go view my data. Now you don't really notice it here or here, but if I go to the next page, you notice how it's all shifted to the middle of the page, and it's probably sent, if I go to the next page, even this is not at the top, it's more in the middle of the page. And that has to do with those particular settings. And then with the header and footer, you can customize the header and footer. We'll have another video that explains the headers and the footer because they are quite tricky in themselves. So we'll go through that in another video. But if I come here to sheet, another thing that you can do over here is you can display any comments that you've got in your sheet. You can display errors as displayed, or you can leave them blank. But here, if you want to show the grid lines, if you notice with my spreadsheet, I can only see the borders that I've included. I can't see any of the lines over there. But if I come here to page setup, you can do this over here and say grid lines. You can now see all of the grid lines. So maybe you haven't put borders in, then you can say put in the grid line so you can see the borders of every cell. You won't see the ones that are been merged because that's one block by itself. You can also say if it's going to be black or white, and that'll change how the shading is done. I'm going to take that off. Draft quality just means it's going to print at a lower quality, so you can just see if it's printed the way you want. And then row and column headings, I want you to notice we can't actually see A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. You can actually come over here and select row and column headings, and if I click OK, you'll see that we can now see A, B, C. We can see the headings of the columns. We can see the numbers of the rows. If that's what you want, especially if you want to refer to formulas, you could do that to include that as well in your spreadsheet. So those are the options that are available to you. The page order as well, it goes down like that, or you can go across like that. You can choose how it must be printed, but you have those options as well. So we've done quite a bit on the printing settings of your spreadsheet. Again, if you come here to page setup, which you can either go over here or in the sheet to the page layout option, you can set the orientation. You can set how many pages your data is going to be spread over. You can adjust it to a particular size. You can set the size of the paper. You can set the margins. You can print it where on the screen you want it to be from a center perspective. And over here in the sheet, you can specify which area you want to print, maybe a specific area. And if you want to repeat rows or columns, remember with these, you can only do in the spreadsheet under the page layout option. You can't do that when you are in print preview. And then specifying options like grid lines, row headings, comments, and the order. So those are all available to you. So let's just quickly do the percentage one. If I had to reset the print area to this particular space, and I come here to file, print, and let's look at the page setup, and we're going to print to normal size. So that is printing to 100% of the normal size. So there it prints 100%, but you could probably make this a bit bigger. So you could actually scale this up a little bit. If I make it 110%, you can see that it's made it a little bit bigger to fit a little bit more. And if I make those margins even smaller, that I might even be able to fit in a couple more percent, maybe 105%. There we go, before I move on to the next page. So I can print it a little bit bigger. If I go a little bit bigger than that, our rate is going to be on 2 pages. If I go 120%, now it's too big to fit onto 1 page, but it's still quite large, and we can see the data like that. But you could go up in scale to really make it all fit nicely in that, even though it takes 2 pages. So those are the options available to you. So I know it's quite a bit, a lot of information that you can take in there for your printing options. Remember page layout, and then here are your settings for how it's going to print, and you can use that to set exactly what you want to print and save that paper, because if you know what you want to print and you lay it out nicely, you can save having to print and reprint things because it's laid out exactly the way you want to print it. Those are the Excel printing options. For all your Excel videos, make sure you go to our YouTube channel at Mr. Long IT and Cat. Make sure you click on the subscribe button so you don't miss whenever we post a new video, as well as our playlist tab. You can find videos that can help you with other stuff. And remember, don't do it the long way, do it the Mr. Long way.